the new president might push for.
Brexit is in the process of negotiation for almost 2 years. You have to remember that the chief negotiator of Europe for Brexit is Michel Barnier, and he's a Frenchman. He was the Minister for European Affairs in France, and therefore he has links with the French government, and he will certainly be listening to what Paris says. And the French line is one of the hardest lines. Macron is saying nothing but European law. He's not saying anything outside it. He says, this is how Europe stands. These are our rules. We worked very hard for 60 years to come to this. If Britain wants to step out and not pay in and not have the advantages, renege on all the treaties that she signed, then why should she get exactly the same treatment as people who stay in, who pay in? And certainly the anti-Brexit voices in the EU negotiating team are strengthened by the presence of President Macron.
You're watching RT International, still to come for you this hour.
Tolerance is the cornerstone of peace. And that is why I am proud to make a major and historic announcement this morning and to share with you that my first foreign trip as President of the United States will be to Saudi Arabia, then Israel, and then to a place that my cardinals love very much, Rome. My first foreign trip as President of the United States will be to Saudi Arabia, and then to a place that my cardinals love very much, Rome.
In case you didn't catch it there, the second version had no mention of Trump's planned trip to Israel. It was quickly removed after some top US lawmakers expressed their concern to Secretary of State Rex Tillerson. And the American Embassy released an apology saying the edit wasn't theirs and was posted in error. With more now on recent US-Saudi relations, here's Miguel Francis Santiago.
You may have seen that mysterious edit to Trump's foreign visit video. Well, buttering up the Saudis has always been good for the U.S. establishment. You might say it's become routine.
You may remember back in 2005, President Bush kissed Crown Prince Abdullah of Saudi Arabia and then held his hand. I thought it was Paul and Paula. Remember them? While President Obama didn't kiss the guy, he did seem to bow. Look at that.
The reason for such love could be the astronomical lobbying pressure that the Saudis exert onto the U.S. through such major lobbying firms like the Podesta Group, McKeon Group, DLA Piper, and other big players. For example, preventing lawsuits against the country over 9/11. The numbers are stable. The Podesta Group has a contract at the Saudi royal court with a hefty paycheck. Tony Podesta, the firm's founder and prime lobbyist of America, if I may, and a friend of Hillary, is personally taking the 9/11 matter into his own hands. By the way, this info is official, according to the Foreign Agents Registration Act, which requires anyone receiving money from a foreign entity to put it on record. For another quick example, the Mississippi Governor Haley Barbour's lobbying firm was hired in 2015 by the Saudis to, quote, provide public relations and media management services for a mere $500,000 fee. Nice.
The United States would have easy access, or relatively easy access, to the hydrocarbons of the Arabian Peninsula. In exchange, the United States would keep the House of Saud, this single family, in control of the peninsula in perpetuity. So when you have a single power that controls tons of money, then you know how to manipulate the U.S. Congress, you know how to manipulate U.S. presidential candidates, you know how to buy influence, you know how to buy friends where you need them.
Lobbyists isn't the only way to influence political decisions in Washington. Sometimes all it takes is a nice donation to major political players. The Clinton Foundation received anywhere from 10 to 25 million from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, while the Royal Embassy of Saudi Arabia also has donated to Senator John McCain's institute as well. So now, if President Trump, a former tycoon of course, decides to bow to the new Saudi king, don't be surprised. Miguel Francis Santiago, RT.